What's going on, everyone? Welcome in, everybody, to TV Sports 27, another doubleheader of arena football action coming your way. The Grand Rapids Rampage have clinched a playoff spot with 4 weeks to go in the regular season. We are now fighting for home field advantage throughout the playoffs here and to finish the first undefeated season in the history of arena football. Grand Rapids comes in at 12-0. The Arizona Rattlers on the other side at 4-8. Their playoff hopes are on the line in this one. We got Matt Nagy on the other side, which was our quarterback with the Georgia Force, if you remember our very popular series from our original YouTube channel. So we got Nagy teaming up in, one of the greatest dynasties in the history of indoor football, with the amount of arena bowls that this team has gone to, not only in the Arena Football League, but the Indoor Football League as well, since they made the jump to the IFL, winning a championship over there. They have done it all. They have been, how many count on two hands the amount of championship games they've played in over the years? 8, 9 of them. They are arena football legends. One of the best teams when you consider as well the state of Arizona, between the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, the Coyotes, the Suns. The team with the championship success in Arizona is the Rattlers. So that's right, and they are taken to the field here as we are entering into week 13. 3 of our final 4 games will be at home, meaning the potential is there going into the postseason that we could have 5 home games in the next 6 weeks. That's a lot of good stuff to look forward to. So glad to have you guys here. Jump in the chat. What a big, I called the wrong play there, so we got to burn an early timeout. Big blunder, as starting a little slow here in this one. We've definitely had some wars with some teams the last couple of weeks. We got Arizona, and we got the rematch with our Central Division foe, the Nashville Cats. Another Arena Bowl rematch game coming up. And that is going to, wow, it's going to be pass interference. I thought we were going to get hit with the 3 and out, but instead it is going to be Lindsey Jackson, who you see right there, number 91. Furious. He gets called with the pass interference, and that will be the automatic first down for our Grand Rapids Rampage here. So what's going on, guys? What a busy day it's already been today, as we jump on to stream with you on this Sunday afternoon at the time that we are streaming with you guys live on Twitch, and that you guys might be watching this one on Patreon. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Today is the big day, so that kind of gives you the time frame, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, of when we actually stream these and when we put them up on Patreon versus when they get released to the public on YouTube. So we encourage you to not only subscribe at YouTube, but follow us live on Twitch and to follow us on Patreon as well, so you always get the most up-to-date action here, and you can chat along with us about everything going on in the world of sports. But today is Super Bowl Sunday, so I'll be heading over to my parents' house in a little bit. We're gonna have a little Super Bowl get-together, lots of good food, lots of snacks, lots of fun to be had. Today was also in New Japan, that, again, the time that we are streaming this. In New Japan, it was the final match of Kazuchika Okada and Will Ospreay at the New Beginnings event. And my God, if you have an hour to sit down, I know, it's a time commitment. If you guys have an hour, go watch the main event from the New Beginnings show between Bullet Club War Dogs and the United Empire. 64 minutes, a match that does not feel like 64 minutes. A War Games, they call it like the dog cage, but it was a War Games match. Man, that's all I'm going to say about it. And go watch that match. And there's a touchdown on 4th down for the Grand Rapids Rampage. Shane Stafford to Willis Marshall. So pretty lengthy drive, but Arizona fought the Rampage all the way down the field, but as typical fashion, what we've seen all year long, the Grand Rapids Rampage, the 12-0 Rampage, start this one off with the lead. So yeah, go watch that match. Incredible match. I have never seen. Now we've seen lately in pro wrestling where the ring canvas gets ripped up and you're doing moves on the boards and things like that. We've seen that happen. That has been a popping up more so. I have never seen what happened in the New Japan ring where boards were literally falling through the ring while guys are trying. That's how crazy this got. Like, there were holes in the ring. Insane stuff. Go watch that match. It's worth it. Sign up for New Japan World, which is what I got. $10. Go watch that match. Incredible. All right. Well, plug for New Japan World. Plug for Patreon as well. You got $10 to spend. Patreon.com/TVSports27. How you doing? Go support the channel, right? Come on. We'll throw those plugs up again in a little bit here. Look at this deep pass from Matt Nagy. He was looking for Jarek Hillary. It was well defended by our Rampage. So interesting. We're going to see Matt Nagy here, who you guys in this modern era may be used to Matt Nagy being a NFL head coach for the Chicago Bears. But as I said, for those of you that were watching along with our Georgia Force series, you guys know Matt Nagy is our really talented quarterback of the Georgia Force. And we in season 2, we split the championship with the Columbus Destroyers. Or do we just say that we took the title, give it to Georgia, rather than split it? Because I don't remember. Someone will have to let me know what the results were. I honestly don't remember because I don't have that video footage anymore from the great YouTube purge of 2020 that we went through. I also started, and for those of you that are Patreon subscribers, it won't look any different to you, but I finally did set up a second account to just upload the VODs on. So if, you know, we were to lose our account again through absolutely no means, and we kind of would lose all that footage, at least we still have Twitch as a backup. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that we had uploaded throughout the first, 2 years of our comeback or whatever, that would be gone, because to try to download all that and put it on our other YouTube page would be crazy. But having that backup YouTube page is going to be nice, that if something were to happen, we at least have that to fall back on. So I'm going to start Willis Marshall breaking loose into the end zone. They're going to get a flag. We're going to decline it either way. So either way, you guys aren't going to notice the difference if you're Patreon members, but I did make that backup account where I'll start putting those replays for our super fan, ultra fan, and mega fan subscribers, and in that way, like I said, unfortunately, if that does happen again, a lot of that content would be lost that we've done previously. But at least from this day forward, we'll hopefully have that backup account that you guys will be able to look in on that footage there. So yeah, so got that going right now. Got on the kick return, Rodney Wright. So Arizona, and a lot of people may be expecting this score. We've just been dominant this season here with our Grand Rapids Rampage. I guess to put a bow on what we were talking about, I don't remember if we had won the title. I feel like we did, because I honestly do not remember. But I honestly don't remember even going to the Arena Bowl. But if we're going off of records, the Force and the Destroyers in Season 2 were both like 7-1 on the last piece of video that I have saved. So we'll just say the Force won because it was our team. So we'll be going for our second Arena Bowl. There's the touchdown for Jarek Hillary and the Arizona Rattlers on the board. So Season 1 was the SaberCats. The Storm defeating the SaberCats. Season 2, Force defeating the Destroyers. Season 3 being the SaberCats beating the Force. Now here we are in season number 4. And, a lot of people saying, oh, Damian Grosh is going to bobble that one. Picked up by Harris there. Oh, my God. That was close. Okay. Still, I think a lot of people putting it out there. Predators and Rampage are going to be the teams, but the Predators also got kind of beat up the other day. They're 10-2. That was a bad loss. So we'll see. And then we took on the Dallas Desperados, and pretty much that was no contest. Beat them up. A lot of baffling play calls and play decisions that were plaguing the Desperados in that one. So we head into the second quarter in Grand Rapids, 14-7 doubleheader that we're going to be playing with you today. The Arizona Rattlers up first, then we got the Nashville Cats coming up next. We also got the Austin Wranglers coming up in a couple of weeks on the road, and that's going to be an important matchup because we got to get used to those rounded end zones, which we may be looking at in Las Vegas if we make it to the Arena Bowl. Wow, that one nearly intercepted. Was that a 91? If it was, that was Lindsey Jackson. It was Arizona Rattlers defense on this drive. And they didn't get good field position if they can come up with a stop here. Stafford to Damian Fleming, and it is a first down. Excuse me, that is Corey Fleming. I combined Damian Grosh and Corey Fleming into one. That is Corey Fleming. But Shane Stafford, who has been MVP in every game that he's played so far, I'm pretty sure. There may be some outlier there, but oh my goodness, and the pressure, it's going to be intercepted. Yeah, Delvin Hughley. Make something out of this turnover. You got it. Let's go. Go. Yeah. And we've seen a number of times the last couple of weeks where teams have been getting pressure onto Shane Stafford, but under the face of pressure, he's delivered some solid throws. That was the first time we've seen him under pressure and throw a bad one. So here come the Rattlers, and Matt Nagy right into the jersey of Jarek Hillary, and he cannot bring it in for a score. Oh my goodness. Carter is going to be just short of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and about 2 is where they're going to mark it here for the Arizona Rattlers. Critical possession here for Arizona. They will hand it off to Phil Glover. Glover goes up over the boards, but it's going to be a first down for Arizona. Arizona Rattlers 4-8, Grand Rapids 12-0. Nagy, touchdown. Rodney Wright and the Rattlers. Extra point away from tying this one up. How about this? Arizona's come storming back. Extra point attempt by Derek Smith. Matt Nagy on to hold. The extra point is good. So we'll knock out 2 games here today. And then next week, maybe on Tuesday and Thursday, or maybe we do a doubleheader on Thursday or something, we'll wrap up the regular season. And by the time we get to next week, we get through the playoffs and the Arena Bowl. So after that, we'll be one step closer to our trip. Like I mentioned in previous streams, there's going to be some downtime as far as streaming goes and things of that sort, but there's going to be continued uploads on YouTube, so don't worry about that. But it is, and like I said, our normal streaming schedule of 4 to 5 days a week may be taking a hit as well on the back end of that trip. So just as a fair heads up, I put in the title that we're doing our 200 follower countdown on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow along on Twitch and help us get to that full-time level, we'd greatly appreciate that. So keep all that in mind, that the frequency of streams and all that is, it's going to be a very busy time coming up in my life over the next month or so. And there's not going to be a lot of time, unfortunately, between doing a 40-hour job and everything that's going to entail everything on the back end of that trip. It's going to be tough. So just throwing that out there as a fair warning for people wondering, oh, you're not streaming as much. You're not, man, 3 and out for the Grand Rapids Rampage. So the best way, like I said, that you can ensure the continued growth and the continued survival of this channel is, as you guys are already doing, those of you that are watching, that are supporting, hitting the follow button on Twitch, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting the thumbs up on YouTube, and supporting the channel on Patreon, on Streamlabs, on Ko-fi. Give you a couple different places where you guys can help support the channel. So we do greatly appreciate that. Arizona Rattlers taking over. I don't know, I mentioned getting back into Utah Utes football once we get through this arena football season, but I don't know, is it going to be worth it to start it and then leave going on the trip or not? We'll kind of see. Maybe we play around. We still got Shaq's college basketball. We want to get some more episodes of that. Intercepted by Chris Angel. What a play.
Yeah, Coach, what's up?
What an interception by Angel.
Let's make it happen. All right.
Okay.
Arizona putting up a fight here with the Rampage, but that's going to swing a lot of momentum back here towards Shane Stafford in Grand Rapids. Stafford under duress. That one hit as he throws. The Arizona corners, man. When you look down the field, there's not a lot of options for Shane Stafford on these throws. 14-14. Stafford for Willis Marshall, first down. What I may end up doing, I'll wait to hear from you guys in the comments or over on our Patreon, but I may, once we get through arena football, instead of starting something brand new and then headed off on the trip, I may just do, more of the college basketball, try to get some of that finished. We have the RXFL already in progress. Willis Marshall, touchdown, Grand Rapids Rampage. Oh man, the fireworks. We don't often see that in the arena. Let's get that after every touchdown. I want to try to do put a completion on NBA Playgrounds as well, because I mentioned that was a series that it was supposed to be a 11-week season, but viewership and interest was not very good for that series, at least on the YouTube side. For Twitch, we were getting some pretty regular viewers, but on YouTube, it just completely tanked. So I do want to, put a wrap up on that. So maybe I'm thinking about maybe just doing like 2 more weeks, like biting the bullet. And if it kills the channel, it kills the channel, but do another 2 weeks. Because I think we're at week 5, so we'd at least get through like week 7. And then kind of just do the playoffs from there and give you guys a winner. So what do you guys think about that? Matt Nagy, just under the 1-minute warning. Wow, he just left his man out to dry there. So Arizona's going to get the ball to begin the second half. So that makes this possession pretty important, because if they get a tie, nice catch by Carter. If they get a tie game here, right, then they get the ball, they can take the lead, and that's going to put Grand Rapids, us, having to try to play catch-up if we get down by 1 touchdown here. So that's going to be pretty big for the Arizona Rattlers if they're going to be able to pull this one off. They will hand it off to Glover, and he gets drilled by Corey Fleming. So on 4th down, Arizona is going to go for it here. Time winding down, under 50 seconds to go on the clock. And they will give it to Glover. Almost an identical play. A handoff to Glover and a tackle by Corey Fleming. Identical.
1st and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line.
And now Grand Rapids with the shot at the 15. Very short field position here. Stafford. Got Fleming. Both feet down. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
So Fleming makes the back-to-back tackles on 3rd and 4th down. I'm going to call a timeout here for the timing rules. I won't go into it, but I encourage you guys, if you wonder why we're calling timeouts, go watch our previous episode. We kind of go into, we explain it why we're going to start calling timeouts here for the timing rules here. So Fleming gets the tackle on 3rd and 4th down, and then comes in and gets the touchdown. So what a 3-play possession that was for Fleming. Grand Rapids, rather than go for the onside kick, will elect to kick this one deep. Try to play defense here.
Timeout called by the offense. Kickoff return, 13 yards. Right on the
28-14 rampage over the Rattlers here at home. Nashville coming in next week. Nashville right now has a 7-5 record. They could be 8-5 by the time we meet up. Of course, we met up back in week number 5. Both of our teams were 4-0 at that point. In the rematch here, Grand Rapids looking to be 13-0, while the Cats have lost 4 more times since then. Nagy, clean pocket. I don't know how he threaded the needle. Got that one away to Jarek Hillary. That was incredible. Holy smokes.
1st and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. The offense calls a timeout. 1st and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line.
The last timeout going to be called for the Arizona Rattlers. And Nagy under pressure gets it away to Hillary. Oh, laundry's done. So they got to go hurry up here. Down to 10 seconds. Nagy. Carter, I think they're going to run out of time. They got to go to the end zone. They might get one more play. I think they're going to get one more throw, but you got to go to the end zone if you're the Rattlers. Nagy and Carter's not going to make it.
At the end of the first half, the score is Grand Rapids.
Unreal. Grant Carter can't make it. It's 28-14 at the half, ladies and gentlemen. My God, you guys do not want to miss the second half of action here. Arizona has come in fighting, but much like all the teams we've seen this season, a couple of mistakes are keeping them from being in this one, but they are going to get possession to begin the second half. So make sure you subscribe and follow along on Twitch so you don't miss a second of the action. We'll see you guys on the back end. We'll see you guys in the second half.
Champ Sports, where sport lives.